G'day, I'm Diesel from Getting Around Oz Camper Trailer Travelling. Thanks for tuning in. Just before we get into it, well, if you like the video, give us a like and subscribe to the channel if you can as well. It obviously helps us out. And leave any comments, any thoughts, suggestions, whatever it is. Chuck them down below, and we'll have a look see and see if something we can include in future videos. And we're on social media as well, Facebook and Instagram. So jump on there if that's your thing. But today's video is we've been home a few weeks now. I've had a sort of chance to assimilate into normal life, and what I thought I would do is just show you we've done. I'll chuck on the screen how many Ks we did on the trip, because I haven't had the time or the energy just to sit down and work out how many Ks we actually did for the total trip. But however many Ks we've done, I just want to give you a look at how did the gear hold up, how the car hold up, and how did the camper hold up, because we gave both of them a good, an absolute hiding. And I thought I'd just show you what broke, what did we break, and in general, how did it hold up. Anyone looking to do something similar, maybe this will be helpful for you. But all there really was, like, generally, like, these things are tanks, hey. There's really not a lot to cover off, other than got some stone scratches, bits and pieces, but that's just our fault for not having decent mud flaps on the car. I did have to replace a trailer plug.
Or 20.
Hey?
Or 20.
Yeah, well, I had to replace this one once, which wasn't the fault of this thing here. It was just because we actually got airborne in a place, and we got airborne, where was it? Up near Karratha, I forget the national park we were going through. There's a floodway there, and it crept up on us, and we bottomed out pretty hard, and we lost this, so I just had to rewire that when we were in Karajini. That's other than that, all this held up fine.
Isn't it the railway road? The railroad?
Yeah, I just can't think of what it's called. I'll chuck on the screen once I work it out.
Well, our car is pretty low as well, so that keeps getting hit.
I was going to go that later, but since we're talking about it, again, this is more our fault, because once we haven't had anything done to the suspension, so this thing does sit a bit lower, and of course I've had to replace 3 plugs. Again, it doesn't take much for this to bottom out and hit something, so yeah, 3 plugs I had to replace. Still a bit of red dirt in there, and this one here, when it bottomed out, obviously just lost the lid off that one, but it's still working fine. But back onto the camper, this was in self-inflicted damage. Harvey Bay, those who might remember a bit far back, we'd had a rough night. We packed up in some pretty average weather, and I was a bit grumpy, not paying attention, put into a servo, and those big solid bollards right next to the field houses. I actually hit one, and let me see, they're pretty solid, they don't move. I actually hit it there. You sort of still see the mark on it there. Hit it there, bent all this back, so all this was bent back about in a 45. All I did was just tie some rope onto that and a bollard, and just reverse back and straighten it out, and all this still functions fine and does what it needs to do. So even though it's a little bit bent, it still does fine. No
bollards were harmed in the making of this video.
Yeah. Yeah, what do you do? Just down here, you see on the water tank there, a bit of a ding there. Obviously something's hit that somewhere on the line, but obviously it's done its job and it's protected the water tank, and we've had no leaks. But down under here, there's a few sort of scuffs and bits and pieces, but anyone who hasn't done it and been thinking about it, it looks like I've just realised I've lost the cable ties that I had on there, which you can sort of see, they look like that. But they've done the trick, and I've had no split hoses, which is cool. The tyre, see, I haven't got that changed over, but again, I don't know how or what happened, but when we got into Darwin, we got the camper trailer serviced, and got the wheel bearings and everything changed there. And all they really found was the wheel alignment was out by 0.4 of a degree or something like that, but the camber on the passenger side was a bit out, so they tightened that up, and from Darwin back to Perth, the tyre on there's fine, so nothing major. We probably should have got it fixed a bit earlier, to be honest. We're thinking about it when we're in Queensland, but it looked to be okay. It's just when we got the hot roads and out back Queensland that we sort of started to notice a few things. What else is there? I think, around this side. So this was when we were doing the Rio Tinto access road coming down from Wickham/Karratha down to Tom Price and the Karajini. This broke off.
We got airborne again.
Yeah, so we got airborne, and that's when we think it happened. Basically, this is the bit that was there. Turned out we've actually ordered one from MDC. I think the part costs about $4, and I just got to put some new pop rivets in there and some silicone, and I'll get one of those back on there. But we did, I don't know, another week, 2-3 weeks or something after that point, and a lot of rain. And even though this doesn't seal properly, we had no rain or any dust get in there. So so the seals on these are pretty bloody good. I know you sort of see there's some scratches and some bits and pieces, bit of pinstriping going down the side there, but all that stuff's going to happen. On the car, again, we're super lucky. The Pajero held up and did everything we asked of it, and only sort of thing on the car, like you wouldn't know, that's just this has been around Australia. I think from some forward driving somewhere, I'll see scrape some rocks here and given a bit of a scratch there, but other than that, everything held up really well, which we're pretty thankful for. We didn't get stuck anywhere. An Pajero, I mean, we've done I think it's about 190,000 Ks now. It's a 2014 model, and it was beautiful for us and the camper, and I guess anyone thinking about getting one, the tanks, hey, honestly, they're bulletproof. Something I did miss when I was talking about the damage of bits and pieces, this was something that's happened here on the door. So we've actually sewed, I think, this bit and this bit up, and what happens is, for anyone who's got one of these will know, when you close the door, basically, where's the zip? Pull the zip down. I'll just pull this one down as well. Basically, the kids just don't think, and they open this door, they literally try and close it on that a lot. Or you got the door closed and the kids are inside doing whatever, they don't actually think to pull the zip up. They just pull it up from there, and it sort of gets a bit of damage there. But I'm not sure there's too much to do about it. That's not the fault of the camper. That's just us. Other than the suspension issue, we gave it a hiding. We went some pretty rough places. We did corrugations that were for hundreds of Ks and hours on end, and it took everything we gave it, didn't it?
Yeah, we were thinking about selling it when we got back, just because everyone's camping at the moment and they've gone up so much in value, but we just can't let go of her. She's done so well for us. So
hang on a minute, mate. Yeah, so we're not ready to let go of it. So yeah, look, we've actually just started. We're actually plotting some more adventures up north in the next couple of months. So stay tuned. There's definitely more to come between some once the weather starts coming on good. We'll get out and do some fishing, and I'm thinking about doing a trip over to Roto in the boat. We'll sort of do a day trip over there and maybe do a spot of fishing and snorkeling over there and give you a look around the island if you haven't seen Rottnest Island, and which is 30k off Perth and Shark Bay and a bit further north. We won't give it all away, but we've definitely got some more trips planned and plenty more to see. So I guess at this point, though, that's it. Thanks for tuning in, and for those who've been showing an interest in our channel and Facebook and Insta, and really getting involved and asking questions, providing support and solutions and suggestions. We've taken a lot of those on, so we definitely appreciate it. So thank you. Hopefully it was helpful, but yeah, if you're thinking about getting one of these things, couldn't recommend them highly enough. It's been fantastic. So that's it, that's all I got. Thanks for watching. Cheers.